Welcome to Monkey Love Travel. My name is Jason, and today we are going to talk about 4 mistakes even expert cruisers make. Let's swing into it.
Monkey love, oh monkey love, travel. Packing bags, let's hit the gravel.
All right, so here we are today with Zaire Petway with Petway Travel. Pet Zaire is a really good friend of mine. He's also a fellow travel agent. He is an expert cruiser. He has a ton of videos on Carnival cruises. He's got an amazing one on the Carnival Celebration, which I'll link down below. But he recently cruised on Icon of the Seas, and that was actually his very first time on Royal Caribbean. So we're here today to basically get the skinny on his whole entire trip. How you doing, Zaire?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. First of all, I gotta say, yeah, y'all trust Jason. Jason was watching one of my live videos and thought about something that came up and saved me like $250. Yeah, if you want a travel agent that's gonna think about you when you're not thinking about you, call Jason. Yeah, much love to you.
I appreciate that.
And that's
So,
our shameless plug for the day.
all right. So, watching. You've got a bunch of videos already out for Icon, and I wanted to talk to you. How is your embarkation process for Icon? Compared to what you've already done and experienced with all your Carnival trips.
This was the fastest embarkation. Yeah, you and one of the things was that we checked in at 12 o'clock. And so that is usually on Carnival, because I know the system, I get the early check-in. Here I didn't know the system as well. And so I got a later check-in than I actually liked. But because of that, I just walked right through. One in Miami, Miami is on their business. They check in fast. And then Royal Caribbean and Miami at the same time together, it was lightning quick. So yeah, we had a lightning quick embarkation. Yeah.
Awesome. So, how long do you think it actually took you to from the time you got through security or started getting through security to when you got on the ship?
It probably was 20 minutes.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It was actually slowed down because I did try to do a live from the ship, walking onto the ship, and it took me more time to set that up than it took me to actually walk on the ship. Yeah.
Now, did you guys end up parking or renting a car and parking at the port, or did you shuttle over?
We flew in and we did an Uber. I like Uber because I don't like to wait for people. So for me, my preference is take an Uber over taking a shuttle. The hotel did offer a shuttle, so that's a tip for anybody going through Miami. Plan your travel before you get there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm assuming you got your muster station out of the way pretty quickly.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Ours is in the ice skating rink, so we got that out immediately.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So how is that process overall?
As long as you do the you can watch the muster drill and you can do some of the safety briefing on your phone. As long as you do that, that's the embarkation tip for you. Do that, and all you do is scan the badge and say you to go have a great time.
Awesome. So I saw also that your cabin, you had a surfside balcony cabin.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Would you do it again?
I would absolutely not.
No.
I would never do a surfside balcony. I wouldn't even do a Central Park balcony. Because what happens is Surfside does have noise coming up from it, but that's not the issue. The noise is from the Lido deck. So we were on deck 12. So you know there is no 13, and then 14, and then the Lido deck was just right above us. And so you could hear the constant music from the Lido deck coming down to our room. And so we had no privacy. We enjoyed just sitting on our balcony and having a great, peaceful experience. That did not happen. We could not have peace. So I would not do that room again.
So that's your pro tip.
Right. Rooms. And this is what I'll say is that on Royal Caribbean, because they have so many different types of balconies, the room selection is key.
Yeah, it's like they also have the infinite balcony,
Hmm.
and a lot of people say they actually love the infinite balcony
Hmm.
as long as they keep the window closed. So the infinite balcony is you can actually lower a window
Hmm.
that opens to the outside.
Correct.
But I see that as you're letting in out all your air conditioning as soon as you open that window. And then it's going to take forever for that room to warm back, I mean, to cool down,
Yeah.
you know. But don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful, in my opinion, ocean view.
Right. My mom had a infinite Central Park balcony, and she loved it. She loved it. But I can see how in the summer, if you have an ocean view balcony, it could be kind of like you said, the heat escaping. I mean, the air conditioning escaping, and the heat coming in.
All right, so let's move on to your overall thoughts on the food, the quality of that compared to your past experiences.
Okay. Um, the food was the food was good. I've been on three different ships this year. MSC, MSC Seashore, Carnival Celebration, and the Icon of the Seas. If I had to rank them, I would say MSC is going to be the my least favorite for my palate. Um, just wasn't a lot of seasoning. Very pretty food. Just didn't give me that oomph. Royal Caribbean was good. Their Indian dish, oh my goodness, their Indian dishes were fabulous. Man, they were top notch. I would eat those 8 days a week and twice again on Sunday. They were good, and but the overall dishes, because I enjoy cooking when I do eating, so you've got to give me something uh, above everything else for me to enjoy really eating the food.
I hear you.
Um,
I hear you.
yeah, and so the Royal Caribbean dishes were looked very pretty. They were, man, they made me want the food just from looking at it. They lacked a little bit of finish on it for me. So I would put them. I'll put Carnival number one, Royal Caribbean two, and then MSC three. My opinion this year.
What was your favorite experience as far as dining goes on Icon?
This is where my immaturity comes in. I liked the Surfside Eatery, um, and I like that. Oh, well, they have a Surfside Eatery, which is a buffet, and they have Surfside Bites right next door, which is hot dogs and hamburgers. And they were like neck and neck. I don't know which one I like better. I think the eatery because it had more options. Yeah, I
All
put
right. So did you get a chance, and this is a question I get asked a lot, okay?
go ahead.
Did you get a chance to do Johnny Rockets?
Well, on the icon they don't have Johnny Rockets. They
Wait,
have
what?
they don't have no Johnny Rockets. Um, so they don't have milkshakes there either.
How did
So
I not know this? I'm
no
a
Johnny.
Royal Caribbean expert and I didn't what's
Yeah.
going on here?
They have a place called Base Camp, and the Base Camp the hamburgers are really it's a really good hamburger. Um, the Base Camp is up on deck number six, yeah, 16 because it's right by the mini golf and the rock climbing wall. They have, ooh, let me get if I can get this right. Hamburgers, hot dogs. Uh, they have not tater tot, yeah, tater tots, and then chicken tenders, and then they have pretzels and cheese. And
Okay.
yeah, base camp is included, but base camp was pretty good. Yeah, base camp was pretty
Yeah,
good.
because I was gonna ask you Johnny Rockets or Guy's Burger.
Now I'm not a.
But
I asked my wife the same question because I'm not a burger guy. Um, she said that the hamburger on Royal Caribbean was really good. We had several of them that week, but she said it does not top Guy's Burger yet. Yeah, she said
well,
her.
I'm gonna find out real soon here. We got Utopia, which does have Johnny Rockets
Okay,
in February. And then on well, yeah, let's see, in April we'll be on the
mhm,
Carnival Pride,
okay,
which does have Guy's Burgers. So I'm gonna have firsthand knowledge here so I can give everybody the itsy bitsy on whether it's good or not.
All right, so since he's a Royal Caribbean expert and he's going on the Carnival ship in April, so that means in May, guys, come back to his channel and see his video on guys versus Johnny Rockets.
You know it. You know it. All right. Before we move on to service, though, I have to ask you, what was the deal with the oxtail?
Oh, okay. So this is my friend and I have done crazy things over the year. We used to go to a buffet when we were kids and sit there like 10 hours. We would go and then it'd take me a group of us, and one person would stay, the other of us go to the mall, come back and eat again for lunch. Do a lunch, dinner, and late dinner. Crazy stuff. So this time what we decided to do was one of my wife's favorite Caribbean dishes is oxtail. And so we heard they had oxtail on the buffet um, when we were on Caribbean night. And we had already had plans to go to the dining room. And so we asked the waiter, could he get us some oxtail? He said, I can't get you some, but just go to the buffet and bring them back down. Eat them here. So that's what we did. We went to the buffet, got four big plates of oxtail, brought them down to the main dining room, and yeah, and had oxtail.
I have to admit, that's the first I've ever seen that. I mean,
Yeah,
when I was watching your video and I was like, wait, where did the big plate of oxtail come from?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that's the tip for everybody watching this. What I learned on Royal Caribbean is that their buffet is going to be, especially on the Icon, their buffet is better than their main dining room. They had lobster on the buffet. They had um, oxtail up there. It was just so many nice dishes. And I don't believe so most buffets, there's a drop off in quality when you go from the main dining room to the buffet on a cruise ship. I did not experience this on Royal Caribbean. I felt that there was maybe even a step up when you went to the buffet because it made the food look just as nice and it was the same quality. The difference was that it was the buffet at your leisure, where the main dining room we had the set time.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, what about the overall service of the ship? I mean, you said you were at the main dining room, and
Mhm.
I know you went to a couple of the shows.
Yeah.
What was your vibe for the overall service?
The service was top notch. I mean, from just the embarkation process, which we talked about, the guest services line, because you can text them and you can stand in line. And when you stand in line, there's actually a person there. He was like the sergeant of arms of the line. He was making sure that if you had a question that could be answered without the computer, he would do that for you. And so it just really minimized the line. Then we had our room steward's name was Rajesh. He was a great one of my favorite people on the ship was Rebecca. She was one of the housekeepers that was assigned to the Pearl area, and so she taught me some. Let's see if I get the language right. It's called miso, which is the Indian on the Indian country in the top right corner. And she said it's Kalome. Kalome is thank you in miso. So yeah,
Interesting.
that's my.
I believe
Oh,
I did see that on your video. Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
the service
nice.
was top notch. I love it. Yeah, great service.
Good to hear. All right, so let's talk about some of the shows and activities you did.
hmm All right, the shows I did. I did okay. So I'm greedy. I I saw you could book online, and so here's another tip for you guys: join the Facebook group for your sailing. And so I joined the Facebook group, and because I was in there, they sent out a message, "Hey, we can start booking our shows today." So this was actually like the 70-day mark out, which is before Royal Caribbean says you can actually do it, but
Right.
they opened it up. So because I was in the group, I found out. So I had my first pick of when I wanted to go to the show. And so I said, "This is my first time. I'm doing all of them." So I booked every single show as much as I could. Um,
Wow, that's a
so
busy schedule.
Yeah, so I did the number one show on the Icon is Wizard of Oz. I did that. I wasn't a fan of Wizard of Oz, not because it wasn't great. The show was great, the production was great. I'm just not a fan of plays, and it was a play. Um, I don't have much attention span, so I don't like sitting for 2 hours. And it was an hour and 45 minutes. Um, and I saw Wizard of Oz as a kid, and it wasn't much differentiation, except for
Okay.
the fact that it was a play and it was a production in the theater. It had a live orchestra with them. I was impressed by that. The production value was unbelievable. Just for my taste, it just wasn't what I would do. So that was a letdown for me. Then what else did we do in the week? The I said that was actually the only show I did not love. Then the next one I really liked was the variety show. No, I'm sorry, I lied to you. There was another one I didn't love. That was the comedy show. The comedy was a comedy showcase. It was 60 minutes with three comedians in it. Um, it wasn't the best comedy I've seen. So I did not like that one. But there was also a variety show. This time it was I think his name was Adam Curios. He was a juggling comedian,
Oh, oh,
and we liked that show. That was the first show. That was on our first night we went there, and that set the tone. It was a good show. I was happy with that.
oh,
Um,
fantastic.
yeah, I would see that one. And then the second best show was the ice skating show. It was called Starburst Elemental, and it told the history and basically the over time of elements. Um, and so they did that while performing on ice. That show was nice. Show was nice. That was yeah. Go see that. Don't
All
even
right.
describe it. Go see that one. The one tip about the ice skating shows is um, wear pants because the coolness from the rink does come up your legs and it works up and you can feel it constantly coming up. So wear pants when you go to that show. Um, then the number one show. This I even making a video. I will watch this video of that show probably 20 times. I have to stop producing the video to watch the video that I recorded of me being in that show, the Aqua Action Show. That thing was phenomenal.
Yeah, as I've heard.
Yeah, that's special. Yeah, Aqua Action. It's almost worth booking the ship just for that show.
Oh, wow. That's high praises there.
Yeah, yeah. The number one show on the ship.
All right.
Mhm.
So, did you guys take any excursions?
We did an excursion that wasn't with Royal Caribbean. We booked through a company called Viator. Um, and we made sure we did not come close. So that we made sure we were back 3 hours before the we had to be back on the ship. Well, yeah, we did an excursion in St. Kitts, and we took a tour of the island. Actually, we did two excursions. We did it in St. Thomas as well.
Oh, awesome.
Hmm.
Same through Viator as well.
No, this one we actually were going looking for a cab, just to take us to get a daiquiri in St. Thomas, and the guy convinced us to go on an excursion and take a tour of the island.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
All right. So, sounds like overall you had an amazing time.
Yeah, we had a nice time.
Um, Question is, would you do Royal Caribbean again?
I would do it. I would do it. I would know so much more to do this time. There were just mistakes that I made.
All right. All
Um,
right. So, give me your top four mistakes.
Top four mistakes. Let's see. One is the room. I do not book for me. I could not book the Surfside room again. I have to have an ocean view balcony. Because I'm when I'm claustrophobic and I need that peace to just sit sometimes. Um, so one is the room. Two, I would do unlimited dining because I don't eat off of buffets traditionally because of just health reasons, and because I I didn't love the main dining room. Um, I would go unlimited dining package, and so I could pick where I wanted to eat every night and have some different options. The third one is going to be I want to go see all the shows. I would know exactly which ones I want to see. I would know what's not for me and what to expect. I've always heard that Royal Caribbean did Broadway shows, but now I understand what they mean. And so for me, a Broadway show would be few and far between. Um, and then the fourth thing I would do different is I would go with a group. Um, Royal Caribbean is is a very relaxing atmosphere. It's very laid back. They they do a very good job of segmenting their ship so that it doesn't ever feel like there's 7,000 people on the ship. And so because of that, it doesn't have the community feel like you're going to a family reunion. And so Carnival gives you that family reunion feel. And so what I would do is because I'm an extrovert and I gain energy by being around people, I would book I would always do Royal Caribbean with a group of people so that I always have that family that family feel like like I'm just at a family's house. That's just my cruising preference.
Perfect.
Hmm.
Hey, Zaire, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and I'm
Yeah.
sure the listeners are absolutely going to fall in love with you just like everybody else does. Again, I'm gonna put the link to your channel in the comments below. That way, people can go check you out. Again, you're just an amazing dude. You and Jacita are fantastic, and again, thank you so much for joining us.
All righty. Thank you, sir.
Just thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed this content. I hope you enjoyed meeting Zaire. He's absolutely amazing. Like I said, I'll put the link to his channel down below. Please stop by and show him the love and attention that they deserve. If you are first time cruisers, please let us know. If you're going, you got a couple upcoming trip, please let us know. Maybe we can help you out with some tips and tricks. And until next time, swing into adventure.
Monkey love, oh monkey love, travel. Pack your bags, let's hit the gravel.